served with my brother John in the House back in the early 80s. In fact, my brother John wanted to run for the House when Earl ran and won. We go way back. I've known this man for that long a time, and I've seen firsthand his dedication to his state, his family, and his party. If there is another chapter in John Kennedy's profile of courage, it should be written about this congressman, Earl Pomeroy.
Now conclude that voters of North Dakota have elected a new member of Congress. I congratulate Rick Berg on his victory and wish him well. Wish him well as he undertakes the responsibility to deliver for the great state of North Dakota. I spoke with Rick a few minutes ago on his telephone. You know, out here in the prairie, we know the wind is sometimes at our backs, but it's often in our faces. And that prairie wind is an apt metaphor for this election year for Democrats. Although we came up short, I believe we did everything possible to pull this out. There are no... With the Pomeroy campaign, I feel, in fact, like perhaps it was the best campaign I've ever been a part of. My deep and profound thanks to each and every one of you. David Strauss, Bob Siggins, Diane Mondry, Matt Pierce, and the dozens and dozens of others who put heart and soul into this effort. This contest was decided by the voters, and we knew this contentious year may be the time the voters took things in a different direction. A recent conversation I had illustrated the point. I called an undecided voter in Valley City, my hometown. This sharp as a tack old man on the other end told me he was about to celebrate his 102nd birthday. He also told me I would not get his vote. Time for a change. Now, I may not be the savviest guy that ever ran for public office, but if the 102-year-olds think you've been around too long, you've got a real problem. Well, even in losing, this was an extraordinary campaign experience. My wife, Mary, was an absolute champ. And my kids, Catherine and Scott, wherever they may be, they're here somewhere, but, you know, as busy teenagers, they constantly instructed me that there's life well beyond the nutty world of elections. Most of all, I felt an intense dimension of support and friendship from people all around the state. Some I've known well for years, some I just met. It's a shame for me this group didn't tally up to 51%. But the heart and soul energy put forward on behalf of the campaign was something I'll never forget. Mary and I know what that energy was really all about. about fighting together for the ideals that we share and the common dreams we have for a better state and nation. We believe in the notion of North Dakota as one big community. A community where there's good work available for those who work hard. Where our kids will have opportunities that exceed our own. And where all our families, no matter what circumstance, will be able to get the health insurance they need, so thank you. As our party licks its wounds and adjusts to the results of this election, our commitment to making life better in the world we live in is unshakable, rock solid, and it will guide us from here. In closing, let me borrow a line from my last ad. Thanks for the chance. It's been such an honor to have been given the chance to make a difference. Now that chance has been won by Rick Berg, and again, I wish him well. But I will always be so deeply grateful for the years that were given to me by the voters to fight for our state, fight for our country, and to stand together with the people that I love so much. Thank you so very much.